Today I am in St John's in Merrow, which is near Guildford, and we're going to be having a look inside the church here and do a bit of grave reading. Now, shall we start with the church? Now, it says church open, which is good, and it says welcome to our living churchyard. Well, we will have a look at that in a bit, but first of all, come on guys, let's go and have a look in the church. I've heard it's a good one, so let's see. So we'll have a quick peek in here just to see if there's anyone in here who are saying prayers or anything like that. Don't want to disturb them. I think we're okay. So let's have a look around this lovely church. And wow, one of the first things that I notice in coming in the entrance is this thing down the end here. Let's have a look and see what this is. It's very colourful, isn't it? I don't know what that all means or what it's all about, but let's take a closer look. Now, there's obviously a lot of effort and a lot of detail gone into this. It's very impressive. It's really nice. Now down the end there I can see the Onslow Memorial Chapel. Now anyone who knows their history of Merrow and Guildford will know who the Onslow family are. A very wealthy family. Landowners, and I believe some of them are actually buried in the churchyard here, and we're trying to see if we can find their graves later, and we'll have a little grave read around the churchyard. But look at these windows, they're quite impressive, aren't they? Very colourful, letting in a lot of light, which is good. It's one thing I like when I go into a church is I like to see a lot of light. Nothing worse than going in a church and it's so dark and you can't see nothing. But so far so good. This church ticks all the boxes. Lots to see. Really nice windows. A lot of light and very spacious. There's a lot of space in here and it's so clean, isn't it? Floors are really clean. It's really nice. Plenty of places to sit with all the pews here. Go and have a look at some of these windows over here. Really nice, really colourful windows. That's really nice to see in a church. And this is a list of names of the rectors of Merrow, dating back many, many years. And there's the font and a signing in book, which I may sign later. And here's some more rectors of Merrow, and there's a TJ Clifford Hill 2023 rectors of Merrow. So yeah, wow, very impressed with this. It's very, very clean, plenty of light, and plenty of space in there as well. So I'll leave that door as it was. So here we go, back out into the churchyard. Close the door. And shall we have a look at the tower? It's quite a big tower, isn't it? Now the clock says 11:05, so that must mean it's time to awaken the dead. And so let's go and read some of the headstones. Let's do a bit of grave reading. Let's see what we can find. Now, Oh, it's got quite a nasty crack in this one. You can make out bits of the words on there, but it's a shame it's cracked. A bit there and a bit there. It's a shame. Now this is the grave of Hannah, but sadly I can't see any other writing on there. So sadly Hannah can't tell us much. So never mind. Sorry about that, Hannah. Can't see nothing on that grave. Let's have a look at these graves here on the wall. And this grave says, "Here lies the body of Mr. Thomas Brooker, who departed this life on the 20th of September 1755 in his 77th year." And then the one next to it says, "Here lies the body of Mr. Thomas Brooker, who departed this life January 1756 in his 35th year." Two of the same name, obviously related, I imagine. And there's some there on the wall there, but they don't look readable. So let's go further up. Now I can see some iron railings here, and I wonder who's buried here. Hopefully we can read it, although it's difficult to get to. I'll zoom in. Can make words out, but it's difficult to make any sense of them. I need to get closer really, which I can't. There's a Henry Colin, and yeah, it's difficult. I can't see it from here, but never mind. We shall move on and try and find something else that we can read. And what about these here? Now this is in memory of Francis Lloyd, son of Mary and Francis Lloyd, died May the 11th, 1832, age 61. And here lies the body of Mr. Francis Lloyd, who departed his life in October, and I think it says 1811, and Mary Lloyd, wife of the above, who departed this life in March. But sadly, I cannot see the rest of it. And then the one next to it says, "Here lies the body of John Lloyd, who departed this life in April," and I think it's 1820, but I'm not sure. The rest of it's hard to read. So there you go, guys. There's 3 graves here of the same family, the Lloyd family, side by side. And this one says, "Anne, wife of James Kettle, departed this life September 17th, 1858, age 61, and also James Kettle, who died November the 21st, 1810. But sadly, I can't see the rest. And it's purely because it's all decayed on the bottom. Are these readable? Nope. Taken over with the ivy there. Now this one, nothing on this side. I wonder if it's, there we go. It's an Edmund Hook. I can't see the rest. Different way round to the other graves I was reading. That's what made it a bit awkward to read until I checked the other side. But this grave is a Richard Longhurst, and that's about all I can see on that one. And this one is a Thomas Longhurst, who died May 1820. Can't see the rest on there. 2 of the same surnames there, side by side. And this one. Now, this grave, I can only see bits. It's difficult. Maybe you guys could have picked that up at home. Again, you guys can read this one. It's a bit clearer. So I'll let you read this. Remember to pause the video. And it's this one, which is Mary Luck, who died in November 1882. And this one is an Elizabeth Luck, and she died in 1805. And here is a Edmund Luck, and he died in 1850, I think. There's a few there. There's a pattern here, isn't there? There's quite a few Lucks here buried. You can't see that one. I'm guessing this is another member of the Luck family, and this is a William Luck who died 1801, age 79, I think, and his wife Sarah, who died age 68. So there you go, guys. In a row, the Luck family. All of these, but I'm not sure about that one. Couldn't read the headstone. So moving on, and this grave is difficult to read. You can make letters out, but yeah, can't read that one. And maybe this one on the end we can read, because I can't read the others in that row. This is an Absalom Edwards, died 1st of May. Not quite sure on the rest of it on that one. And this one is leaning over, and in memory of James Longhurst, and can't read the rest of that. It's difficult because of the way it's leaned over. Now this is quite pretty, isn't it? Flowers on there. There's no writing on there though. And this one, this is Eliza Park and Catherine Park and Henry Park. And this one is a Major General Henry William Park, who died 1891, and also his wife Catherine, who died 1909. Right, let's go and have a look at this one. This looks interesting, doesn't it? Now, I think you can read bits of this. I'll let you guys read this. Yeah, rather interesting. Shame some words you can't read. And just behind me is the grave of George William Jackman and Jane Jackman. And let's have a look over here. Can we read this one? No. These are rather difficult, aren't they? No. Sadly can't read them. Another entrance to the church. What about this one? Elizabeth Stevens, I can see there. And this one's reaching out, isn't it? Reaching out to the living. And now this is a Margaret, but I can't get down at that angle to read the rest of it. Now over here is a Thomas, a son of James and Sarah Imms, who died September the 2nd, 1879, aged 68. Also Hannah, his wife. Now, nice view of the tower there. And something's caught my eye, and I'll go over and have a look. It's this headstone over here. I think we tried to read it. There's nothing on the other side, but this is rather pretty, isn't it? All these flowers, a lot of detail gone into this, and you guys can read that if you can. Now moving on, see what else we can find. This grave is of James, but it's difficult to read the rest of it again. You can only make words and stuff like that out of some graves. Now this one, I'll let you guys read this if you can. This one maybe. I can make out a Sarah Castleman, but sadly I can't see the rest. So yeah. And what about this one? This is Edwin Imms, and again I can't read the rest. We had an Imms just now, I think that's how you pronounce it. I-M-M-S, Imms. Had a few of those, haven't we, the Imms, and a few of the Luck family and the Lloyd family. And this is rather interesting, a chest tomb. Let's go and take a closer look. I'll zoom in, I'll let you guys read that. Now from what I can see there, I think this is where some of the Onslow family are buried. So I recognise the name. There is another person mentioned on this side. I sneak down this bit here. Let's see what that is. Catherine. Yep. Yeah, I think this is some members of the Onslow family who are buried here. And if you remember when I was in the church, they had the Onslow Memorial Chapel. And this is where some of the family are buried here. I believe that is. But yeah, I recognise the names anyway. Yeah, so there you go guys, some members of the Onslow family. So what have we here? This is Elizabeth Smith of this parish. Can't read the rest though, which is a shame. Another chest tomb. I can't see from here, so hold tight everyone, I'm going to put you through this gap here so you guys can read what's on the tomb. Hope you saw something good, because I can't see it. I shall zoom in here and let you guys read these names. It's difficult for me to get to them. I think that's a Joseph. And here we have a... It's difficult. I don't want to step on the plants, so hopefully you guys could read them at home. Right, let's go and see what's at the front of the churchyard. So there's people in the car park to the right of me, so I won't start there. I shall start up here and then work my way backwards. So let's see what we can find here. Again, it's unreadable. And this is probably the same. Yep, unreadable. So let's move on further on down. So this is James King, who died April the 20th, 1817, age 82. This is Jane, who died December 1855. Can't read the rest of it though. Now, this is the six-pointed Star of David, and it is a person of Jewish faith or someone who also has Jewish beliefs. Difficult to read. Let's have a look at these two here. This is Jane Hayden, and I think she died age 77, but I can't see the rest of it on there. And this is a Sophia Hayden of Guildford, who died 19th of February 1860, or it may be 1866, and she was aged 71. Two graves of the same name there, probably related. Let's see if we can read this one. So James Martin, who departed this life in 1878, age 59, and also Jane Martin as well. Now this says, Dear Little May, daughter of George and Edith Johnson. And what about this one? Can't read the first name, but the surname looks like Bailey on this grave, and they died 1883. And now this is an Isabella Orman, who departed this life, but I can't see the rest of it. Now this is a George Charlie Lloyd. It's difficult to read the rest of it there as well. This is difficult as well because of the moss. What about this one? This is a Leah Harrison, who died in 1886, I think, and a George Webb. let you guys read this. Noisy road outside. If it weren't for that, it would be quite peaceful here. Quite a lot to read there, isn't there? So I'll zoom in on these. You guys can read this. And this one says, Mary Ann, beloved husband of William Swain of Guildford, who entered into rest November the 4th, 1890, and I think it says he was age 50. In loving memory of Auntie. What does the rest of this say? There's a web. Web. Only caught a bit of that. What's this grave? This grave is Alice Oliver, who died in 1892. Difficult to read, that one, isn't it? What about, where should we go this way, keep going this way, and that's a difficult one. A lot of liching on these graves. That makes it hard to read. Now I can only make out the word trotter on this one. And this one is Sarah Wilshire, died March 2nd, 1880, age 92, and Anne Wilshire, who died November 26, 1880, and she was age 88. I can see a Maud and a Peter on this grave, but I can't see the rest. And that one there is Sarah, wife of Richard Hampshire, who departed this life age 83. And that one is a George Imms, another Imms, who died 1896, age 78, and a Sarah, wife of the above, who died in 1892, and she was age, I think it's age 74. And this is a Mary Imms, and probably a relative of the grave behind that we just read. That's an Imms, and so is the one here in front of us. So probably relatives. Seen quite a few Imms graves now. Wondered what that sign said. I don't want to walk across there because there's bulbs and stuff, so couldn't see what it was anyway. And this is a Reginald, who died in 1919 on the 4th of February. And this is a James Alston, who died 1901, age 60, and Mary, wife of the above, who died age 75. I hope I'm pronouncing these surnames correctly. And this is a Mary Woodrow, who died 1934, age 25, and there is also another family member there, but I can't read it. Now this one is a George Tweed, who died 1922, and I think it says he was 83, and also Sarah Elizabeth Harmer, who died December 1925. Nice little view of the church there. What about this one? This is an Alfred Boniface, who was called to rest at 1907, age 58, and his wife Mary Boniface, who died in 1938, age 83. So that's a difficult one to read, isn't it? The ivy creeping up the headstone there. Like nature taking over. Lots of bulbs around, so I have to be careful where I tread. I always try not to step on bulbs or on graves, out of respect. There's one here, cross lane on the floor. Make bits of that. But again, it's difficult. Move on over to these. See what they can tell us. And this is a Harriet Goodchild, died May 29th, 1923, aged 68, and a Henry Goodchild, who died 1st of December 1923, aged 74. And this one, I'll let you guys read this one. It's a nice easy one. Charles Brooker. Died aged 74. I like the way the ivy is taking over the headstone. There's another memorial plaque there. And how about this one? Again, I'll let you guys read that. Now that grave there is a D. Parker of the Royal Air Force, who died in July 1947, aged 25. A war grave. I think that's the first war grave I've actually seen here. Although there is a war memorial here, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. Now these hands mean farewell and the hope of meeting again in heaven. And buried here is Mary, beloved wife of Henry Alexander. And she was, I think she died in her 70s. I'm sure you guys catched what was on that headstone there. Let's have a look at this one. It's difficult to read because of the ivy. You can catch words out on that one. And there's this one with the ivy again, and that's not really readable. But I can see that it is a Harry Webb, who died in 1914, I think. So Alice Sophia Fuller died March the 20th, 1911, aged 43, and a George Fuller. And he's mentioned at the bottom, but it's difficult to read it. So never mind. And this one, This one is Harriet, but it's difficult to read the rest. And this is Ella Pullinger, died August the 8th, 1911, aged 54, and Elizabeth Ellen, daughter of the above, who died April 29th, 1922, and I think she was 35 years old. But again, difficult to read. This is a William Bridger. I might go and read some of them later. We'll move on further down. Let's see what this one is on the floor here. I'll let you guys read it. It's obviously an Emma. And also a Dick on the bottom there. So we'll move further on down. I want to have a look at the War Memorial. A lot of ivy on this one, isn't there? Can make words out on that. And this one, yeah, a bit difficult to read again. Now this one, I'll let you guys read this one. Some more bulbs, so I have to be careful where I tread. So the War Memorial is just up here on the left, and we'll go and have a look. But first of all, let's see what we can read here. This is a Charles Edward, can't see the surname, but died in 1943. And this is quite a nice one, isn't it? You guys read that, although it does say Sylvia Doreen Hubbard. Now here is the War Memorial. We'll go and have a look. Very tall, isn't it? And it's got, I think, 7 wreaths there of poppies. Can't see anything on the writing on any of them. They've obviously faded. And there's writing on here. And you can see areas where there was writing as well, but obviously not there no more. So who's buried here? This is a Charles Standage, died 1928, aged 84, and also Annie, who died in 1929. This this is Matilda Hopkins, who died November the 7th, 1920, aged 77, and also George Hopkins, who died 1936, and he was aged 82. This is where they have the ashes, and that's the plaques in the Garden of Remembrance. That's the rest of the churchyard, and on the left is a building which it has a preschool. So I'm not going to go down that way because there's children outside. Now this is a Harry Hopkins, who died aged 57, and he is also the son of George and Matilda, whose grave that I just showed you on the right hand side there, obviously related. And this is a James Anthony, and this little one here, not quite make out what it is. Again, you can make bits, but you can't see the whole thing. Now I can't see the name, but I can see Mary on there. I can't see the rest of it. And some very big trees here again. And it's really nice today, blue sky, and birds are flying in the sky. So I'll start heading back out now. There's a few graves at the front of the church, which I will read as I walk out. I wondered what that was. It's a coconut shell. Nice view of the church again, and some more bulbs. Be careful where I tread. And thankfully I've not trodden on any bulbs today or on any graves, which is good. Quite a few graves here, lots of headstones to read. I've only covered a little bit of it. There's plenty more to read here. Who knows, I may come back another day and do the rest of it, but we shall see. So let's head out to the front now and read some more graves there. Now this here is like a bug hotel. Quite interesting. Now these graves to the right of me are graves that we read earlier. All down there. And we read these graves here of the same family, and here are the railings. I tried to read and I couldn't. Now this is the front of the church. These graves were just passing on the right. I couldn't read any of them. Let's hope we can read some of them on the front here. Now this one's a bit awkward to get to, so I'm just going to turn it around with my arm, and you guys can see if you can read that, because I can't see it. Bit of the sniffles again today. Although it's a nice blue sky, it's still a bit cold. So this grave, can't read that grave, it's difficult. And the same with that one. So what about this big one here? Let's have a look and see if this has anything to tell us. I can see a Mary Ann and a William on there, but I can't make out the rest of it. So what about this side? It's a William and a Thomas Swain. We've had the surname Swain already here in the graveyard. Nice pretty flower. Let's see what's side. Nothing to see there. There's writing there, but that's difficult to read. Let's see what else we can find. This is a Mary Foster, wife of John Foster of New Windsor, who died December the 2nd, 1795, aged 75. And this one looks like the surname is Oliver again, maybe related. And this one, and this is a John Oliver, another Oliver. 3 Oliver graves there altogether. Noisy road out there. But pleasant in the churchyard. Been quite nice walking around here today and reading the headstones and going in the church as well. That was really nice in the church. And this says, this is an Arthur Wiseman Swain, and he was a chorister in the church, and he died in September. I can't see the rest of it. But it also says a Florence Sarah Swain on the bottom. A chorister. Wow. I suppose that's someone who sings in the church. I'm not sure. It's difficult to read that because my shadow is in the way. So move away from it. And yep, now that is, I should let you guys read that one. Let you guys read whatever's on here. Let's see what's on this one here. I won't go on the grave. I'll zoom in and I can see a Charles Swain on there. So more of the Swain family are buried here. There's a few of them buried here in the front of the churchyard here. Now these graves here to the left of me, I read them earlier, but there's some down the front of the wall here where the car park is, and I want to have a read of them. So yeah, I didn't come down this far earlier because there was people in the car park and they were chatting, and I don't want to be reading headstones out when people are standing just a few feet away. Now this is an Ellen, daughter of William Henry and Elizabeth Sarah Harrison, died November 11th, 1881, aged 16. Also of Anne Marie, daughter of the above, died November 23rd, 1891. It's difficult to read the rest of it. So what does this say here? St John the Evangelist, Merrow, our living churchyard. Yeah. And there's a bird box up here. So let's go down and read a few more of these headstones here on the front here, which I couldn't read earlier. Let's have a read of these 3 here. And this says, well, I'll let you guys read this one. I see the word Swain is there again, the surname Swain. Nice pretty flower there. And I can see, is it Swain again? And then this one, more pretty flowers. And yeah, Swain again. They're difficult to read, those ones on the front there. I wonder if we can read these. I can only make out bits of the writing on the grave, but not really readable. Some more pretty flowers. Now, graves that I haven't read, because I found them difficult, you may have found that you could have read them, and you probably did. So always leave me a comment on the ones I couldn't read. Let me know who they were. I'll let you guys read this one. It's quite easy, isn't it, to read? Don't want to really go over to that grave. I mean, stepping on graves, and I don't really want to do that. On the tree. Shall walk on up now, up the path. I've really enjoyed going around the churchyard here, reading the headstones. Some interesting surnames that came up quite a bit, and there's some of the Onslow family who are buried here as well, and a really nice church inside as well. So overall it's really nice here. It's a really nice churchyard and a really nice church. Now remember guys, remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, hit the like button and hit the notification button so you won't miss out on any of my future videos. If you use this exit, please be aware of the moving traffic, or should I say the fast moving traffic. Wow. So yeah, I'm going to check out my other videos. There's some good ones in there, and I've got some good ones coming up, so remember to subscribe guys, and just give a little bit of a view of the front of the churchyard. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.